Hello, my name's Emma and I'm here to give a few directions on how to best take your homeopathic remedies in order to make your treatment more effective. There are a few simple guidelines that can be followed to help make your homeopathic treatment more effective. So for storage, for example, it's best to store your homeopathics in a spot that's away from extremes of temperature and radiation. So best not stored in the fridge or on top of the microwave, perhaps in the pantry or in a cupboard that is away from everything, including strong odours as well. So don't store where you've got your essential oils or other strong odours. So a few substances can potentially make your homeopathics less effective and even antidoted. So one of those is peppermint. So if you drink a lot of peppermint tea or use a lot of strong peppermint essential oils, and also if you take your homeopathics immediately after toothbrushing with a strong peppermint toothpaste, you may find that the homeopathics don't work as well. Coffee is another substance. So if you're drinking a lot of coffee throughout the day, or if you take a coffee immediately around the time of taking your homeopathics, it might also make it less effective. Camphor is another substance, so you don't want to store them around mothballs. Or if you've got a chest rub that contains camphor, like a Vicks sort of thing, then that's probably not going to be helpful as well. Strong medications. If you're on any strong medications, best to chat with your homeopathic practitioner on how to take them. Homeopathics with it, and it's likely to be away from the medication, because very strong medications can sometimes make the homeopathics less effective, whereas homeopathy does not interfere with the pharmaceutical medication. The best way to take the homeopathic is to place it in the pill, in the cap. Place your pill in the cap, so avoid touching your medication. A lot of homeopathics might come in vials like this. So you can flip off the cap and place the little pills inside the cap as directed. So it might be 1 or 2 pills that you're directed to take at a time. So I've just popped them in here and I'll place it in my mouth. The best way to take it is under the tongue, or suck it or chew it so that it is absorbed throughout the mouth. I've just taken a placebo, so mine is not medicated. It's just like a sugary lactosey sort of pill. However, yours will obviously be medicated. Taking away from food is pretty important. If you can take your homeopathics 20 minutes away from food, that's ideal. However, if you are pressed for time, perhaps having your homeopathic before your meal, say 5 or 10 minutes before, so that it will actually absorb into the body. In some cases, you may notice the homeopathic will work almost immediately. However, sometimes with acute medications, it can take 20 to 30 minutes before you start to notice it working. And for the deeper acting remedies, they're the constitutional type remedies that you might take less frequently, so perhaps once a week. You'll probably notice in the couple of days after taking that medication that it slowly starts to work. So it has a deep sort of action, but works over a longer period of time. So signs that the homeopathic is working for you is the obvious one. So symptom relief, but you might also notice general feelings of well-being, that you're feeling better and have more energy. In some cases, you can even go to sleep. So, for example, if you're in pain and you take your homeopathic, it might heal you by putting you to sleep or making you just rest, because that's obviously what your body needs as well. So please cut down your dose as soon as you start noticing improvement, especially for acute medications. So if you notice on the first dose that you've got no more symptoms after that, then you are unlikely to need to take the dose again until you start to get your symptoms coming back again. For example, if you're in pain and you take your homeopathic remedy and you noticed almost immediate improvement or improvement in the next 10-15 minutes or so, then you don't need to keep taking the medication until you start to get the pain ramping up again. Less is better. And the better you are, the less you take as well. So I hope you have good success with your homeopathics, and please contact your homeopath if you have any queries or questions. You often need to have a couple of visits for it to be most effective, because often people have had complaints for a while, so there's usually more layers that need to be worked through. So try to keep up with your appointments as best as possible, and good luck. I hope you feel healthy and happy and get good results with your homeopathics. Thank you for listening.